Have you ever been in a situation where someone disrespected you? You felt that urge to speak up, to defend yourself, to fight back with words. It's a natural response, isn't it? But what if I told you that sometimes the strongest response is saying nothing at all? That's right, silence. This is the Stoic way. Today we'll explore why silence, not words, can be the most powerful weapon you have. The Stoics believed that true power doesn't come from reacting to insults or criticism, but from mastering our response by staying silent. Why? Because silence is strength, silence is self-control, and silence is freedom. Imagine this. You're at work, and a colleague criticizes your project in front of everyone. It feels personal, unfair, maybe even humiliating. The natural reaction: to defend yourself, to argue. But instead, you decide to stay silent. You take a breath and remain calm. What happens next? Your silence does something that words could never do. It shows control, confidence, and poise. Your silence says, I am not defined by your words and I don't need to defend myself. In that quiet moment, you've shown real strength and everyone around you can feel it. This is what the Stoics believed. They saw silence as a powerful choice, a higher path. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It shows others that you're not shaken by their opinions. You rise above the noise. And believe me, people notice when someone has the strength to stay silent. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, taught that we can't control others' actions or words. The only thing we can control? Our response. Silence was their way of taking control, of showing that nobody else's words or actions could disturb their inner peace. When you stay silent, you're not giving the other person control over you. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In other words, when someone insults us, we have a choice. We can let their words affect us, or we can see them for what they are. Just sounds, words that hold no power unless we give it to them. Choosing silence is like saying, "Your words are just noise. I am in control of my response." And that is true strength. To understand this better, let's look at an example from the life of Marcus Aurelius himself. As the Emperor of Rome, he faced intense public scrutiny, criticism, and even slander from rivals who sought to weaken his rule. People would mock him, spread lies, and try to provoke him. But Marcus Aurelius rarely responded to these attacks. Instead, he practiced silence, showing that their words held no power over him. Once, a Roman senator insulted him publicly, mocking his decisions and calling him weak. Instead of reacting, Marcus simply listened and then moved on, saying nothing. When asked why he tolerated such disrespect without a word, he replied, "What does it matter if I am called weak by someone who cannot see my strength?" Marcus understood that reacting would only fuel their disrespect. His silence unsettled his enemies and left them questioning their own actions. By choosing silence, he kept control over his mind, his emotions, and his dignity. This quiet response showed his strength far more than any argument could. Let's think about it. Why do we feel the need to react? When someone disrespects us, we feel challenged, even attacked. But reacting usually means we're letting their words dictate our emotions. And here's the problem. When we respond, we're playing their game, and we're giving them power over us. To the Stoics, reacting with words was often pointless, even harmful. Words only hold the meaning we assign to them. When we choose silence, we're saying, "Your drama isn't my drama." We're choosing our peace over their chaos. This choice, according to the Stoics, is where real strength lies, not in proving anything to others, but in proving something to ourselves. So how do we put this Stoic approach into practice? Here are 3 simple, practical tools to help you master the art of silence. Practice 1. Pause and breathe. When you feel that sting of disrespect or criticism, just pause. Take a slow, deep breath. This moment of silence creates a buffer between you and the situation, giving you a second to choose how to respond. You'll be surprised how much power there is in just a single breath. Practice 2. Practice indifference. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught us to be indifferent to insults. Try seeing the insult as if it's coming from someone far away, like a stranger talking in the distance. It's just words, sounds in the air. Practicing this mental distance can help you see how unimportant the insult really is. Practice 3. Remember your values. Ask yourself, does their opinion change who I am? The Stoics believed that we are defined by our own values, not others' judgments. When you remember what you stand for, the noise around you suddenly seems less important. Using these techniques, you'll find it easier to stay silent, to keep control, and to protect your peace. One of the most surprising things about silence? It often changes the entire situation. When someone insults you and you don't react, they're left with their own words. They have nothing to fuel their anger. They may even feel embarrassed or begin to question their own behavior. Silence forces them to confront themselves. It acts as a mirror, showing them their actions without any resistance from you. Often, silence is so powerful that it can make others reflect on their words and actions. It's a quiet way of standing your ground, a way of showing strength that speaks louder than words. Imagine the freedom of not feeling the need to defend yourself, of knowing that you don't have to respond to every opinion or criticism. This is the freedom Stoicism offers. When you're confident in who you are, you realize that not every insult requires a reaction. Your silence becomes a form of self-respect, a way of saying, I value my peace more than I value your opinion. In today's world, where people argue back and forth constantly, staying silent can be one of the rarest and most powerful strengths. It shows others that you won't be pulled into unnecessary conflict and that you value your inner calm above all else. Think about what it would be like to live without feeling the need to defend yourself, without the need to prove yourself to others. This is what the Stoics teach us. When you know who you are and what you stand for, there's no need to react to everything around you. Silence, in this case, becomes your way of respecting yourself. Remember, true power lies in controlling yourself, not in trying to control others. Silence is the ultimate form of self-mastery. It's not about ignoring others, it's about prioritizing your own peace. The next time someone disrespects you, remember, your silence can be your greatest strength. It's not weakness, it's a choice, a powerful choice that says, I am in control of myself. If you found this insight helpful, if it resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who might need this message, and subscribe to join us on this journey toward inner strength and peace. Thank you for watching. And remember, sometimes the quietest response is the one that speaks the loudest.